What's more American than Coca Cola? I'm Barber Dave, and this is the shave of the day for 5 November 2024. We'll be right back. Hey, everybody, welcome to Tuesday. That's right, Tuesday, November 5th. If you have not done so already, please get out and vote. And I know I said it yesterday, I don't personally care how you vote. That's a very personal opinion. But I think everybody will agree that this is probably one of the most important elections of our lifetimes. But either way, no matter who wins, we'll get through 4 years. But just make sure you get out and vote if you haven't done so already, because one thing I will say is if you don't vote or you abstain, you are not part of the process. And I'm speaking to the Americans here, obviously. And if you're not part of the process, then you have nothing to complain about. And also, I would ask that any comments made regarding what I just said, keep it respectful. Because as I said, there are a lot of us that may disagree on who we're going to vote for. But the bottom line, we have to be respectful of other people. So please, no negative comments, or they will be deleted. Anyway, so I said, what is more American than Coca Cola? And that's actually true. I mean, sure, you're either a Pepsi drinker or a Coke drinker or both. Well, Coca Cola is, like baseball. The hot dog. It's part of the American pastime. And that's what I'm shaving with, kind of. This is a DE shave, obviously, because lots of stuff going on for my Tuesday. Not normally do I have a lot of stuff going on a Tuesday, but today, being the fact that it's the 5th of November, there is. Those of you that were around for the Darwin shave with the actual Darwin blade will realize that that was one of the most horrific shaves I've ever had. But I've got a Persona blade back in it now. And it is so much smoother. Oh, God, yes. Almost makes this fun to shave again. So I hope everybody's doing well for a Tuesday. I know this is my Sunday, so I'm back to the shop tomorrow. Busy week. From now through my Thanksgiving break is going to be swamped. Swamped, everything. But that's good. I like that. You get to the shop 6:30 and all of a sudden, next thing you know, it's 5:30, 6 o'clock, and you're ready to rock and roll. So that's kind of it. And I usually take 2 breaks, my vacations. So I take a small break at Thanksgiving. And we're not sure exactly what we're going to do, whether we're going to go camping, go up to Salt Lake to visit some friends, or just hang out. Because then in December, I take a Christmas vacation, so to speak. And that one's from about the 20th of December through the end of the year. That's kind of my big vacation. But we don't do a whole heck of a lot except relax. Although being a barber is not a stressful job, for the most part, you're dealing with the public. And personalities sometimes 30 times a day. So you're talking, you're discussing sports, you're discussing politics, you're discussing pretty much every subject known to man, because as a barber, you're kind of like a bartender. You're a therapist, you're a conversationalist and everything. Well, at the end of the day, you just want quiet. You know, in dealing with multiple personalities in the barbershop, you know, you have some people that are just a blast and are among your favorite clients. And I will mention one of our subscribers, Fish On. He comes in every single week for a shave, and then every third or fourth week we do a haircut and shave. And he probably doesn't know this, and if he watches this, he'll probably be surprised. I have grown to really care for him as a really, really good friend, and care about him a lot. As are 99% of my clients. However, there is a small percentage that not so fun. That's okay. That's what you deal with when you're in customer service in the public eye. So therefore, when we do get breaks, it's very nice to have the quiet. I want to thank everybody that joined us for Drinks and Daves last night for our premiere episode on Mondays. It went very, very well. People are really liking it. The time we're still tweaking with, but we had a good time. So please join us. 6 p.m. Mountain, 5 p.m. Pacific on Mondays. And as I was saying earlier, there's some clients like Fish On that I can't wait for that day when he comes in. Because usually I schedule him as the last appointment of my week. And we have a blast. We have a lot of fun laughing and stuff like that. Like I said, as most of the clients. But some clients are very, very businesslike. They come in, they want their haircut, they don't want a lot of conversation, and they want to get out the door. And that's fine. But those are also the ones that look at the barbershop as a commodity. In other words, they could just as well go to Supercuts, but you're convenient. Well, that's fine. They can have their opinion, but, you know, and there's a lot of guys that come in that say, just cut it. I don't care what it looks like. Well, I'm sorry, but if you don't care what your hair looks like, then, well, I won't say it. Because personal grooming is something that I think is very important. And the other good thing is a lot of these gentlemen and ladies that come into the shop, they really care about how they look, how I do their hair. And some of them have even embraced the wet shaving, the traditional shaving hobby, which is neat. I've got a few guys who are using brushes and my shave soaps, and they've gone back from the 5-bladed razor of death to a DE 2-bladed. And some have even started straight razor shaving. So that, to me, is the fun part, and that's the testament to what I do, is to get people to embrace the old school ways, for lack of a better term. There was nothing on the alum. Just a beautiful shave. So if you get your hair cut at a barbershop and you can find a barber that embraces the traditional old school ways, do a full service. Do a haircut and a shave, or a haircut and a beard service, whatever the case may be. You'll find it very addicting and you'll love it. So I'm biased because I'm trying to keep alive a tradition that's been around since, the early centuries. But sadly, that tradition is going away in lieu of the hustle. In other words, get as many clients in the door as you can, do their fade, get them out the door, and be done. There are many barbers that don't know how to just shave with a straight razor, and there's also many barbers that don't want to because they're afraid of it. So anyways, that's it. Today, for our witch hazel, we used CBL Litzia Cubeba. This is a very lemony, very good protecting type of witch hazel. The razor, of course, today was the Darwin, classic Darwin. Love this razor. It's a great DE, very good blade exposure, but don't ever use the Darwin blade, as you may have realized. The soap for the day was the cold one, basically a take on Coca Cola, and it's perfect. It's absolutely wonderful. You even get the effervescence that you do. The brush, of course, goes the infamous Coca Cola brush with ice cubes and soda and everything else. I just love this brush. And it's shaped after the original Coca Cola bottle, or excuse me, the Coca Cola glass. Now you can't see it in the light, but it has that green Coca Cola tinge to it, which is really, really cool. And then for the aftershave today, we are going to be using the cold one. This is an aftershave milk that does need to be shaken up because it does separate, but wonderful. This fades fairly fast, but you still get, because one of the major components of Coca-Cola or any soda, believe it or not, is cardamom. And so you do get whiffs of the cardamom throughout the day. I don't use an EDT with that, because there really isn't a Coca-Cola EDT that I know of. Now, if anybody does, please, please, please put it in the comments and let me know, because I'd be all over that. The talc today, we're going to be using Yardley Gentleman. Now, I'm going to say one thing that may offend somebody, and if it does, I'm sorry. But with this political time that we've been having, and it's not unlike every other 4 or 6 years is, but I live in a battleground state, and the amount of commercials and texting and phone calls has been worse than it's ever been. So I'm going to say something that's going to make you go, after today, I'm so excited, because the commercials that we'll be seeing, and it's been so long since we've seen them, are AARP commercials, Medicare Advantage Plan commercials, because it's open enrollment, tampon commercials, and hemorrhoid cream. Yay, we have real commercials again. I'm just joking, but yeah, I've been sick of it. Just this morning, before I started the shave, I had 15 text messages and 3 phone calls, all politically related, because I haven't voted yet. So somehow they know that algorithm. Who knows? Anyways, that's all to say about that. I hope everybody's great. Just think, tomorrow the sun's going to come up. Everybody's going to be happy. And hopefully, the divisiveness and the jabber gibbering against each other will go away. Because at the end of the day, guess what? We're all human. We got one planet. We've got one country, wherever that country is that you may be. And if we don't take care of it and each other, boom. So be kind, love one another, and we'll see you again next week. I'm Barber Dave. This has been Barber Dave Shaves and Such. Have a great day.